Hello, and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel today. I'm Father Steve Sellers, and this is my brief daily message of hope and inspiration and joy. I hope you're able to discover joy in your life today. In most of our country now, we are effectively sheltering in place. Now you can get out here, especially in Houston, if you need to go to the store, to the doctor, or some sort of essential service. But Otherwise, we're not supposed to do much getting out in public unless we have a very good reason for doing that. As you can see, I'm standing here in front of an emergency room at a very large hospital here in the northwest side of Houston. This happens to be an emergency room where I spent some time last November winding up in the hospital for about 4 days for an infection that had caused my temperature to spike. It's all under control now, and I'm in good shape. Don't have to worry about that today, but there are a lot of people who are worried today. I was up very early this morning, and on social media there are people that I know of who are starting to panic. People are hyperventilating, they're afraid. And anxiety is one thing. Anxiety is how our bodies typically respond to stress in our lives. But if we have repeated stress, we do wind up in a physically compromised situation. Our health craters when we're under stress. One of my bishops used to say that hard work never hurt anyone, but worrying about it will kill you. And indeed it will. I've got just some suggestions today. Most people are at home now. Most people are doing exactly what the health professionals tell us to do, and I'm grateful for that. We need to do that. That's how we're going to overcome this coronavirus that is spreading through our communities all over the nation. And indeed, a good part of our people are under stay-at-home orders. Here in Houston, it's stay home, work safe. We're not calling it sheltering in place here in Houston. We're reserving that for other things that happen that come off the Gulf of Mexico, like hurricanes. That's where shelter in place is being reserved for, the terminology. But I have some suggestions today that can help if you're feeling anxious, if you feel the stress is starting to compromise your physical health, if you're worried, if you're tending toward panic. Do a couple of things. Number one, I want you to stop right where you are and look up. Look to God. Look up to God, and then ask God for help. Come out of your own thinking for just a moment. Stop what you're doing and look up. And make contact with the one who is in charge of his creation still to this day. And the second thing is to look around. Find someone that you can contact. You're not in this alone. Scores of millions of people today are in the same situation that you are. Find someone you can contact. Find someone that you can ask for help, or even find someone that you're able to help, either through social media, on the telephone, but you can make contact and do that. And then the simple things that you can do. Remember to breathe normally. God, breathe in the Holy Spirit. Take deep breaths. Breathe in the precious life gift of God, the breath that He gives to us. There are a lot of people who can't breathe today, and if you're really, truly having breathing difficulties, call your doctor, your healthcare professional. There are reasons for that. Emergency rooms all over Houston are filled with people who are panicking. People who are worrying themselves really into a compromised situation. Remember to breathe. Remember to stay hydrated. Do just like the health professionals say. Remember to eat. Don't neglect to eat. And remember to pray. But look up to God. Make contact with the Lord today, now. Look around, make contact with someone else. It may be someone in your family, it may be a colleague at work. Make contact, and we're advised to do that now electronically through social media rather than going and visiting. Some of us crazy people who wear these funny collars are out and around today, but most people don't need to be. And then there are a couple of things I just want to bring from my own experience in life that I think will help you now. If you're feeling anxious, if you're being overcome, pray for our first responders. The people who work in the building behind me, our police and fire, our health professionals, lift them up in your prayers. Many of them leave families at home and go where they are constantly being exposed to this virus. Pray for them, lift them up. And they need our prayers today, desperately. But there's some things that you can do also that will help dramatically. You want to make a big difference in your attitude today? Turn off the television. Turn it off. Take your computer, unplug it. Don't look at it. Pick up a book and read. Pick up a Bible and read and pray. Talk to your children. Talk to those that are sheltering in place with you. But don't give in to the fear that has taken over the major news media networks. This all reminds me of an old movie that Michael Douglas was in, where he played the American president. I think that was the name of the movie. And he was talking about his opponent in an election, and he said that this particular person will always do two things. They'll tell you what to be afraid of, and then they'll tell you who's to blame for it. Don't give in to that. There's too much of that going on in Congress right now, although I understand help is on the way after the House and Senate have finally come to their senses and decided to step in and help rather than argue. Don't give in to the panic. Don't hyperventilate yourself into compromised immune problems, health problems. Look up to God, reach out to God, look around to others, reach out to them, and then take care of yourself. You're in my prayers today. May your day be blessed. Please keep me in your prayers too. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.